What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Tools Triple Seven, another banger of a YouTube video. So, guys, I'd like to explain basically the significance of finances in this video. So, guys, I've always said this, that I'm going to release this video. So, guys, I've got a friend by the name of Nicholas. He taught me how to work around the financial system, taught me how to work around, how to put your finances in place. And, guys, I'm going to explain it in 4 simple bullet pointers, which is number 1. Black child, start your own business. Actually, 5 bullet pointers. Black child, number 1, start your own business. The reason why you start your own business is because finance everything under your business. I'm talking about school fees, debit orders for your car installment, your life covers, installment for the car insurance, your installment for your car, your property, basically your monthly expenses. Let the business take care and handle those expenses, so that way, when you pay yourself a salary, your salary comes in full, as in 30,000 or 40,000. Then from there, you enjoy your salary. It is that simple. The reason why the black child is always broke, it is because when you get paid a salary, black child, 50% of your salary should be going towards your debts. I'm talking about your expenses, your rent, electricity, entertainment, and your car installment, down to your car insurance, your life covers, your funeral plans, your normal expenses, groceries, electricity, etc., paying for your levies. Then you've got 30% Then you've got 30%. That 30% is basically money that's going to survive you throughout the month. Basically buying alcohol, taking out your girlfriend or your wife, petrol as well. Then you've got 20% left. Now that's a total of 100% to total. 20% goes into your bank account, or either goes into your savings, black child. Now, guys, take note of this. If come middle of the month you are broke, it means 2 reasons. Number 1, you are living out of your means. Number 2, you're trying to live a lifestyle that you cannot afford. Number 3, your pockets are leaking. Imagine driving a car that's leaking oil. Basically, your pockets are leaking. It is that simple. So all I'm saying, your pockets are leaking. So therefore, have a spreadsheet, have a budget of how much you should spend a month, how much should go into your bank account. Guys, you should have at least 10,000 just sitting there in the bank account. Because let me explain something to you guys. On top of that 10,000 rand, which leads to point number 2, have more deposits and less withdrawals. More deposits and less withdrawals, which means that if you leave maybe 15,000 just sitting in the bank account, then you deposit, let's say for example, every week 5,000 rand in 3 weeks. That's 5, 10, 15. That's 15,000 you deposit into your bank account. Into your bank account. The bank, let's say for example, you want to go and apply for an apartment that's 1.3 million. The first thing the bank is going to say, let's look at his financials. That's where the business comes into play. Finance under the business. The business's bank statements, point number 2. The business is if you have a business that's making 500,000 every month, you want an apartment worth 2 million. Roughly, you'll pay about 15,000 a month. There's no way the bank will never give you that home loan. They will give it to you because you have a business in place. Let the business handle all the expenses. Which is to point number 2. The reason why I say have more deposits and less withdrawals, it is because the bank is going to ask, let's go through your bank statements now and see what's happening. Okay, Mr. Mkhize, you're banking 15K every month on top of the 15K of your salary. Okay, no, that means he's sitting with money in the bank account of at least 30,000. After 30,000, he's done his expenses, paid off his debts. He's left with 15. Okay. So every month, that means he's got 15 sitting in his savings and his bank account. Okay, let's give him a loan. That's it. Done. Finished. More deposits and less withdrawals. If you're going to withdraw lump sum amount, which is to point number 3, use cash and avoid swiping. When you go out with your girlfriend, take out your girlfriend, pay for your battery or your tire or whatever, use cash. Only swipe when it's hefty expenses, maybe paying for your accounts, paying for your furniture. Because remember, more deposits and less withdrawals. Which leads to point number 4. The silver bullet. The reason why the black child is always caught, by the taxman is because we don't pay our taxes, guys. Guys, we don't pay our taxes, eh? And At the end of the day, if everything is financed under the business, your tax, number one, goes down. Number two, they only tax the business. They don't tax you, because remember, how they're going to tax you if you don't have any assets under your name? All the assets are financed under the business. Which leads to point number three, lifestyle audit. 90% of the time, the black child is killed by what? Lifestyle audit. The lifestyle audit is what catches everyone. And then, guys, which leads to point number, I think it's point number one. Yeah, point number one we covered. Point number two we covered. Point number three we covered. Point number four we covered. Point number five. And point number five is simple. Bank and save your money, guys. The reason why the black child is always broke, or when we retire we are broke, it is because we don't bank our money. We don't invest our money. At the end of the day, invest your money. Even if it means you put savings in, even if it means you put 15K every month into your bank account, that 15K eventually is gonna climb. By the time you retire with probably, let's say, 500,000 or 600,000, and you're financially stable and perfectly fine. Prepare for tomorrow. Companies are shutting down, guys. Companies are retrenching. Gone are the days where you spend 250,000 rand at room 130 popping bottles there, when you should be saving for your retirement. Bank and save your money. At the end of the day, including emergencies, one day your car will probably bust the water pump. Water pump is 10,000. You can say, oh shit, I've got 15,000 in savings, let me take 10K, then I can cover it. By the time you get paid month end, you put back the 10K. Done. Simple. Have financial discipline and financial freedom, and and build financial wealth for yourself, and also be financially stable, black child, so that you avoid taking loans and all that from the banks, which is to point number five, which is to point number six. Go and apply for an overdraft facility. Let me tell you guys the advantages of between an overdraft, a revolving facility, and a loan, and a credit card. Credit card, loans, revolving facilities, those have a high interest rate of 21% going up. Rather apply for an overdraft, because an overdraft, number one, has got a low interest rate. Number two, when your money goes back into your account, it closes up very quickly with no interest. And then also as well, the advantage as well, sorry guys about that. Revolving facility, credit card, loans has got a higher interest rate. Whereas if you deposit money into your overdraft, number one, you use the overdraft money interest free. Number two, there's minimal interest of 2% to 3%. Number three, if some of you have taken out a loan, congratulations, you've shot yourself in the foot. Pay that loan very quickly. Do not take out a loan. The guys at the bank, when they give you that loan or that credit card, they get commission, but they're putting you in debt. When they give you the overdraft, they don't get commission. Guys, can you see having an insurance broker in your life, or having a financial advisor, how important it is? I'm Mr. Mkiza, that's where I come in. Serenity Financial Solutions. Those of you who'd like to get a hold of us, 0825450549 is my WhatsApp and personal line, and dial us on 010-0075294, our office landline, or info@serenityfs.co.za. Check out our website, serenityfs.co.za. So basically, guys, that is the importance of finances, which is what I'd like to discuss in today, which is what we are discussing in today's video, which leads to point number 7. Point number seven, guys, is very very simple. Point number 7 is very simple. Minimize unnecessary expenses and unnecessary debit orders. The only debit orders you should be having in your life is life covers, funeral plans, installment for the car, installment for the insurance, your home bond. Other unnecessary debit orders are wasting money. Typical example, guys. Cell phone contract. Why are you applying for a contract for what? Where you can buy that cell phone cash. Those of you who are on contract, you are buying a phone that you cannot afford. Point number 1. Point number 2, you've got renting versus buying a property. Guys, renting is a waste of money. It's like you're throwing money down the drain. Rather have something that's under your name, in your name, personal capacity. Renting, I've got nothing against renting, guys. However, if your rent is 10K and above, go and buy a property, guys, honestly speaking. If your rent is 7.5 and below, you can rent, it's fine. 10K and above, go and apply for a home loan. If your salary is 80,000 Rand every month. Go and apply for a home loan. Why are you wasting money, throwing money down the drain? Take 10,000 Rand times 36 months and see how much money you've thrown down the drain. Facts. So guys, the purpose of this video is that Tools 777, the financial advisor, is here to advise everyone. That's how it is. So yeah, and that's about it, guys, for today's for business owners. The advice I can give them: number one, satisfy your customers. Very, very important. Number two, call back your customers. Do follow-ups on your customers. If your customer is not satisfied, or you know that your customer is not happy, call them. Which is to point number three: what makes businesses successful? Stop using cheap products. Black businesses, 90% of the time, you all use cheap products. Stop using cheap products so that you can get repeat business and word of mouth. Which leads to point number four. Have a business account. 90% of businesses today, you have a business, but you're running it on a personal capacity. Have a business active account so clients take you seriously. To point number five. Have your documents in place so that companies can see that you're legit. I'm talking about your TCC, tax clearance certificates, your CIPC documents, your VAT registration documents. Have all those documents in place. Which is to point number six. Point number six: offer top products and give discounts where possible. If a client is taking a bulk discount, give them a discount. If a company, and then also as well, companies as well, give them 100% quality products. Which is to point number seven. Make sure you, as a business owner, pay your employees first and pay yourself a salary last. You cannot be driving expensive cars and living in a big house as a business owner, but you're underpaying your staff. That's why your staff ends up stealing from you, black child, because you underpaid them. At the end of the day, pay your salary, pay your staff one flat salary fee. Simple as that. And point number eight: business owners, a normal working person puts in 8 hours. You must add another 8 hours. That means business owners, you must put in 16 hours a day. It is that simple. As a business owner, you determine your own salary. As a business owner, you are the one that is the working horse and the engine of the business. You determine the business's success, its success or failure. Simple, guys. It is your boy, 277, over and out.